I've had a lot of requests for this recipe recently, but to be honest, I'd never actually heard of it. It wasn't until I looked it up on the internet that I discovered that I actually already had a recipe for it, but under a different name. So guys, here we go. Let's make some pizza hot pockets on the One Pot Chef. To make our pizza filling, you basically just put whatever your favourite pizza toppings are. So I'm using some shredded ham. I'm also putting in some onion, a little bit of red capsicum or bell pepper, some grated cheese, and some pizza sauce. Now I'm just using some regular tomato-based pasta sauce, about maybe a third to half a jar. And we're just going to mix that all together. Yum, yum, yum. We're just going to set this aside while we work on our dough. To make our pockets, well, it's basically just a basic pizza dough. Into a big bowl, I'm putting in 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 sachet, 7 grams, about a tablespoon, of dried yeast. Give that a little stir to combine everything. And we're just going to leave this for a couple of minutes until it starts to foam up and go nice and frothy. Next, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 cups of plain flour, and a teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to mix this together until we get a nice dough. Sometimes it's easier just to get in and work it with your hands. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface, and all we're going to do is we're just going to knead this dough for about 5 minutes until it's nice and smooth and elastic. I formed the dough into a roughly log shape, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut this into 6 even pieces. Roll each piece out into a circle shape, just sort of like a mini pizza base, about 15 centimetres across, or about 6 inches. Once we've got a roughly circular shape, I know it's not exactly circular, but it's close enough, we're going to spoon some of our pizza mixture onto 1/2 of the dough, fold the dough over, and then just gently pinch together the edges so it's sealed. It's a bit like making a pasty or an empanada, something like that. I'm going to take a little skewer and I'm just going to poke a couple of steam vents on the side of a hot pocket. Now this is just basically because the inside ingredients are going to melt and get hot very quickly in the oven, and they'll generate steam. And if there isn't a couple of little holes to let the steam out, it's going to puff up and puff up and puff up until it goes bang. And trust me, you don't want to clean up the oven after that. So once you've done that, just transfer this onto a tray lined with some non-stick baking paper and continue making the rest. And our pizza hot pockets are ready to go into the oven. Preheated oven, 190 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes, or until they're nice and golden and ready to eat. And here are our pizza hot pockets fresh out of the oven. They smell absolutely amazing. And look at that beautiful golden crust on the outside. Leave them on the tray for at least 5 minutes to cool slightly, because they are going to be absolutely insanely hot on the inside. And then you'll be ready to eat. I've cut one open just to show you what the inside looks like, but how golden and gorgeous does this look? This is still piping hot, but I'm going to take a risk and bite into it anyway. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like an inside-out pizza. You've got that soft but slightly crispy pizza dough on the outside. And you've got that beautiful cheese and sauce and meat and veggies inside. This is simply outstanding, and oh my god, I can't wait to eat the rest of this. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later. These little babies are just so incredible because they are so versatile. You can change the ingredients to suit your personal taste. You can make whatever flavours you like. Hell, you could even make these dessert ones if you wanted to. There are so many options. Give it a try. Trust me, you are going to be in love with these.